Hi, welcome to Just a Thought. I'm Mackenzie Hernandez. I'm really glad you're here. This podcast is just a space to talk through feelings, the ones that are hard to explain, the ones we sometimes just keep to ourselves. I'm not here to give advice or pretend I have everything figured out. I just want to talk through honestly. Today, I want to talk about something I struggle with a lot, learning to be kinder to myself. If you've ever felt like your own thoughts are too harsh, like your brain is consistently pointing out what you should or shouldn't do, this episode is for you. And just so you know, you're not alone in this. I struggle with it too, a lot. I want to start by being honest. I notice all of the little things I think I mess up, even the things I think I mess up. For example, I forgot to reply to a text. My brain immediately jumps to, you messed up. You could have done better. You're not good enough. Even when it's something small, like leaving a sock on the floor or not finishing a homework assignment perfectly, my inner critic loves to remind me I'm failing. Sometimes I even imagine a little voice in my head, like a tiny impatient teacher telling me I'm never doing enough. Does that sound familiar to you? Maybe you have your own inner critic voice. Take a moment to notice it. What does it sound like? What does it say to you? For me, the scary part is how normal this feels. It's like I forget that I don't have to talk to myself this way. I've realized I'm not alone in this. So many teens, maybe even everyone listening, do this too. We replay mistakes, compare ourselves, and consistently feel like we're behind or not enough. But the first step is learning to be kinder to ourselves, is noticing it. Just noticing the critic is already a small act of courage. Why is it so hard to be gentle with ourselves? For me, it often feels like kindness is underserved. If I make a mistake, I think I can't be gentle with myself until I fix it. But here's the truth. If a friend made the same mistake, I'd probably just say, it's okay, you tried your best, or you're human. Why is it so easy to show compassion to others than ourselves? I think it's because we grow up thinking mistakes equals failure, not being perfect equals not enough. In social media, don't even get me started about that. Seeing everyone's highlight reels make us feel like everyone else has it all together, but nobody has it all together, not even people who seem perfect online or in photos or in school hallways. Think about it for a second. When you scroll, do you ever stop to wonder what people aren't showing? It's probably a lot. Learning to be kinder to yourself doesn't mean ignoring mistakes. It just means giving yourself the same patience and care you'd give a friend. Sometimes I'll even try to name my inner critic. I give it a silly nickname like Grumpy McBrain, just so I can step back and laugh at how ridiculous it is sometimes. It doesn't make the voice go away, but it makes it easier to not take it so seriously. I want to share some things I've been practicing, tiny ways to keep talking to yourself like a friend instead of an enemy. Name your inner critic. Just noticing it can help you step back from me saying, that's Grumpy McBrain again, giving me space between me and the harsh thoughts. Talk to a friend. If a friend made the same mistake, what would you say to them? Now, try saying that to yourself. It feels weird at first, I won't lie. I've almost laughed at myself in the mirror doing this, but it works. Celebrate the tiny wins. Did you get out of bed today, even if it was hard? Did you finish a small task? That's a win. Give yourself credit for it. Even tiny things matter. Write it down. Journaling is powerful, believe me. Sometimes I write one sentence of kindness to myself every morning. Sometimes it's just one word. You're okay. Allow imperfection. This is the hardest one for me, honestly. Learning to accept that being a human means being imperfect, and that's okay. It's freeing, honestly. Let's try a small exercise together. Close your eyes if you want. Take a slow, deep breath in and out. Think of one thing you've been judging yourself for lately. Now imagine you're speaking to a friend in the exact same situation. What would you say to them? Now try saying that same thing to yourself, slowly. Even if it feels awkward, even if your brain says it's silly, this tiny act is a huge step towards self-kindness. I want to share some personal stories about this. A few months ago, I got a grade on a project that I didn't expect. My first reaction, anger at myself. at my brain, at everything. I replayed it in my head over and over, imagining what everyone else would think. Felt like I had failed. Then I paused. I said to myself, "You're okay. You tried your best. That doesn't define who you are." It felt awkward. I almost laughed at myself. But it helped. Just a tiny bit. A tiny bit was enough to move forward instead of spiraling. Another time, I stayed home from school feeling overwhelmed. I spent the whole morning beating myself up for not being productive. Then I realized I was tired. I needed rest. And resting isn't failing. It's caring for yourself. I gave myself permission to take a nap. When I woke up, I felt lighter. When I realized kindness to yourself doesn't make you lazy, it makes you human. Sometimes I avoid situations because I'm afraid of being judged. My brain tells me you'll embarrass yourself. Everyone's watching. But over time, I've tried saying it's okay to feel nervous. You can still show up and be yourself. It doesn't always make the fear disappear, but it makes it easier to try anyway. Think about one story from your own life where you were hard on yourself. Now, what would it look like if you treat yourself kindly in that situation? Take a moment to notice one feeling you've been carrying that you haven't said out loud. Does it have a name, a color, a weight, a sound? Now imagine wrapping that feeling in kindness. Say one gentle sentence to yourself about it. Remember, self-kindness doesn't fix everything, doesn't ease mistakes. It's simply a way to notice your own humanity, to give yourself a little grace. And if you at any point are you feeling too heavy, reach out to someone you trust. You deserve care, understanding, and support. Thank you for sitting with me today at Just a Thought. Learning to be kinder to yourself isn't easy. Some days it will feel impossible. Even trying, even noticing your own thoughts is progress. Be gentle with yourself, be patient with mistakes, and remember, you don't have it all figured out. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to notice you're human. Really glad you're here, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.